Now there's various types of navigation displays to follow a route or go to a waypoint depending on the particular model and GPS unit you have. One of the most popular for boating is called the CDI indicator. It shows your cross-track arrow.
The CDI display is usually shown as a graphic display of your actual course shown in relation to your intended course. The scale shown indicates your cross-track error, or the distance you are left or right of your intended course. The scale below the CDI display is usually customizable. For long-distance cruises across open water, you may want to use a large scale, or for navigation in close quarters, you would want the scale to be small to indicate the small deviations from your intended course. Graphic highway displays are shown as an imaginary highway that leads to the intended destination waypoint. You can see your actual course of travel in relationship to your intended course of travel. Compass displays indicate the direction to your intended destination waypoint, as well as the actual direction you are moving. These directions are indicated by lines or arrows overlaid on the compass rose. Staying on course is usually just a matter of lining up lines or arrows indicating the direction you are traveling, with the line or arrow indicating your desired intended course of travel. Most compass pages also provide navigation data, such as your speed, distance to the next waypoint in the route, and estimated travel time. This data is usually customizable. Many GPS navigators also have digital data pages that show your course, intended course, cross-track error, speed, and other navigation data. Most of the data pages are customizable.
Now once you've formed and saved a route in your navigator, following it is a simple matter of calling up that particular route and then going through the operation sequence to instruct your unit to follow it.
Using this particular unit, let us demonstrate the general procedure by accessing the route we just saved. Remember that you can follow the route in either direction, forward or reverse. You may have just finished following the route to your destination and want to return back the same way you came. In that event, you would follow the route in the reverse order. In this case, we will simulate following this route in a forward direction. Notice that when we get to the first waypoint or turn in the route, the unit will automatically change to show navigation information to the next turn in the route and continue to do so until you reach the final destination. This is called automatic waypoint sequencing.
There's three basic ways you can save and store a route. One is from waypoints that's stored in the unit. Another way is to form it on the chart. And yet another way is from a previous track that's been recorded and saved.
The process of forming or operation sequence varies from one GPS model to another. Irrespective of the process used, you will always want to begin with the starting point and then place each turn in the order it takes to arrive at the final destination waypoint. If you have the starting point, turns, and final destination each already stored in memory as waypoints, then it is probably best to form the route using the stored waypoints. If not, then it is usually best to use the chart or map. You want to make certain that when you are using the map, to zoom in to where you want to place the turn or waypoint accurately. If you don't zoom in to a large scale, you may place the point far from where you want to be. We will form a simple route with this particular unit to show you the general procedure. Remember that you will need to learn how to do this on your particular unit, either from the owner's manual or by viewing one of our specific operational guides for the particular model of GPS receiver you have. You can also name the route and assign a symbol that will be shown on the map page. Most units allow you to preview the route before you save it. You can also review the route and review it any time prior to following it. The procedure for doing this varies from unit to unit.
Now, since your GPS unit provides straight-line navigation from one point to another, you can't navigate around islands or obstructions or anything in the water. You do that by forming a multi-leg route or a series of waypoints that lead from one point to another around that island or obstruction.
Forming a route is as simple as setting up a waypoint at each place you need to turn to navigate around obstacles. You connect these waypoints or turning points together and you form a route. You have a starting point and a final destination point with the necessary turns in between to avoid the obstacles. Your navigator will automatically take you through these series of waypoints without you having to set up a new course to follow at each turn. Once you have the route programmed in your unit, you can follow it in either direction, forward or reverse.